Today I'm going to revisit the Russian 9 points of access that they try to control. When I posted this the other day, it was very interesting how supposedly this doesn't exist. I made it up in my mind, but it actually does exist, and anybody who follows military history, even on a not even a deep level, knows that this is the case. But today, one of the 9 access points is actually in the news. So here they are again. Again, I didn't make this map up, all right? But we're going to go over here to the Caspian and to the Black Sea, and you see the two there, okay? One goes to Georgia, and the other one goes to another, I think it's South Ossetia over here. But let's take a look at what's really going on. So Georgia, of course, is independent, recognized as independent, but there's a piece of it which is, again, I can't pronounce this, Abkhazia, okay? And this is where all these people are protesting because when Russia invaded in 2008, it was part of Georgia, but now it's under total Russian control. And they're protesting, they want their freedom. So when we look at this on the map, okay, this is the Caucasus here. Over here on the left, you see Sochi up there. Well, that little carve out there with those little black lines, that's at Abkhazia, however you pronounce it, okay? And if you notice, these are all mountains. You can't go through the mountains with an army. You can only go along the coast road, and this is where they control. And let's go to the other side. You see I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. It begins with an M-A, whatever it is over there, M-A-H-K. Again, you can see the military and strategic uses. The Caspian Corridor serves as multiple strategic purposes. It provides Russia with control over main transport routes in Eurasia and offers an alternative to Western controlled routes. But if you go up here into the strategic routes and parts, you'll see that Russia has established the JSC North-South, which controls 100% of the Makakala Sea commercial port shares. So they control the port, they control the roads, they control the area militarily, so people can't go through it. So why is this important? Why do we care? I'm only pointing out that as we are transitioning in our new world from the globalization to some kind of form of deglobalization, what we're being driven by in many cases is geopolitics, which is then played out through economics and through supply chains and so forth and so on. So we must be aware that there are things that countries do to protect themselves. And this is what Russia does to protect themselves. They have this huge landmass that basically you can just travel across. And by the way, go read the history of Russia, from the Mongols to the Tartars, everybody, all right? Everyone goes across the Great Eurasian Plains. And so the Russians have learned the hard way over centuries that they need to control these. And by the way, last night on Russian TV, you should watch it at least every night, at least that main program, they were going after the Baltics. They were saying, just like Ukraine, they're a bunch of Nazis, and we have to go in there and get rid of all these Nazis and take back the Baltics so we can have access to the sea again. So this is real for the Russians, not real for you and I. We don't care, all right? Because think, we're in America. You got to cross the Pacific, or you got to cross the Atlantic. We're hard to attack, but Russia isn't. So this is a real thing for Russia, and that's why the Ukraine has 3 access points on the other side, and that's where the Russians want to go. Can they get there? I have no idea. Other people are going to make those decisions. But this is what they want. Now, the Europeans know this. And so they know that if they cut a deal with Russia right now, they reconstitute themselves, the Baltics could be next. And eventually they're going to go after Poland, which, by the way, on television last night, they say they got to take out the Poles because they want the Polish corridor back. So many things are going to happen in this world. And to understand how we should make our decisions on investing, we should at least understand the geopolitical ramifications, because where we were in a world where that didn't matter for like 70, 80 years, right? Everything kind of remained the same. Everything's now going to change big time. And how is it going to change? You and I are going to go along. These are the narratives. We'll collect data points to try to understand where we're going to end up. Like and follow, and certainly make any comments. Thank you very much.